Citrus County residents, my name is Ron Hobbs, and I am your Sentinel citizen in regards to the Board of County Commissioners' proposal for a user access boat ramp fee. Now, my critique and opposition to this is not mine alone. I bring this video about on behalf of the information that I've collected and the over 300 signatures petitioned against this boat ramp fee. Now, to bring you up to speed, their proposal is as follows. They will erect 4 kiosks at McCrae's, Ford Island Trail, Ford Island Beach, and Hernando Beach for the collection of the fee. They will hire 2 employees and 1 vehicle. That's the crux of their proposal. It's the collection of money. That's it. That's what you're getting. Now, in the May 9th edition of the Chronicle, the board was quoted as saying that they would receive $400,000 for fees from all of the ramps. When that was shot down and they had to go back to the workshop, in August 12th edition, they came back out with their new approach and their same claim, $400,000, but now was for 4 of the ramps. And I was puzzled as to how you were going to do this until I seen in the May 14th edition of the Chronicle that Randy Oliver's ideal for this 4 ramp approach was a phased in approach. So to be clear, this phased in approach is also in section 106.48 under the imposition of launch fees, number 3, it clearly states that the amount of the launch fee may be changed by the resolution of the board. So according to the resolution, this is for all of the ramps. Even though we've been misled to believe that this is just for 4 of the ramps, it is not. And I'm going to add these to the video so that you could see them in detail for yourself. This is for all of the ramps. This is a phased in approach. So they're starting with 4 of them, and they're going to end up charging you for all of them, all of the county-owned ramps. It's not me saying it. This resolution says it.
I'm not here this morning to convince one of you or all of you that a boat ramp fee or a launch fee or a parking fee or user fee, whatever you want to call it.
Another part of this that needs to be cleared up is to be clear that this is not a parking fee. This is a user access fee. Again, this is clear in the resolution. And the reason why this needs to be clarified is because we've been misled by that as well. Jeff Kennard's been quoted as saying, user fee, parking fee, call it whatever you like. Well, I don't want to call it whatever I like, okay? I want to call it whatever you say it is. And according to this resolution, it is a user access fee. So that means that no matter where you park, on the side of the road, in some cases I have seen in Crystal River people having to park in the woods, you're going to pay $10. You're going to pay this fee. Doesn't matter where you park. If you use this ramp, you're going to pay. It also clearly states that there is no caveat for kayaks. It clearly states in section 106.47 that watercraft are any kind and all kinds of types of flotation vessels designated for use on the water, whether or not motorized, including but not limited to boats, canoes, kayaks, jet skis, ski-doos, pedal craft, pontoon boats, rafts, inflatable craft, tubes, paddle boards, or wind-propelled surfboards. So it doesn't matter. The caveat with this thing is whether or not you're launching from a trailer. So you fellas that may show up with some kayaks on a trailer, you're paying. And you may be wondering, where is all this money going to and what is it going toward? And from my trailing of the story, I've seen the suggestion from the BOCC ranging from inshore, offshore, artificial reef, canoe kayak trail along the coast from Crystal River to Chaz, weed harvesting, basic improvements, parking expansion, dredging, and my favorite is water-related activities. And I don't even know what that means. But the most troubling quote comes from a May 14th edition of the Chronicle. That it says, commissioners discussed funneling much of the funds towards development of a boat ramp on the Cross Florida Barge Canal that the county is planning in the next 5 years, rather than trying to add more parking to crowded coastal ramps. Now that's my argument, is that these coastal ramps, Crystal River, Homosassa in particular, needs parking bad. These places are overloaded. Just a typical Sunday. It's not even an event or anything happening, and people are forced to park on the side of the road, forced to park into the woods, and you're going to pay for that now. The county's not going to offer you any type of service for this $10. You're getting nothing for this. They plan on taking this money to open and build a whole new facility on the north part of the county.
The Barge Canal boat ramp is absolutely going to happen. When we build this huge boat ramp up on the Barge Canal, that is going to allow the folks from Marion and Levy County. I doubt that the folks to our south will drive all the way up there to use that ramp. They're still going to clog up our ramps here in Homosassa and Crystal River. But the folks in Marion and Levy County can go right there to that ramp.
There's already a boat ramp up there. So to shackle the already overtaxed people and underemployed people in places like Homosassa, where they have been rated as the #1 unemployed area in Florida, with another tax, is beyond my comprehension. So I would encourage you to pressure the county against this. If you're getting and receiving anything for this money, I've yet to see what it is. Jeff Kennard has been running a fear campaign to try to get this proposal implemented from the beginning by claiming that we need a funding mechanism. Well, we have a funding mechanism, and it's called taxes. I approved from records requests from an expenditure audit report. We have money, and there's enough money in there to begin a parking proposal, but they haven't even started to present a plan of parking. He has also been quoted as saying, if we want to continue to be able to maintain the ramps we've got, but also expand our facilities, there's no money to do that.
We don't have any money, but there's no money, no money. There's no money, but there's no money.
Now, in the February 12th edition of the Chronicle, the BOCC was quoted as saying that parking was their highest priority. And ever since then, Jeff Kennard has been running a fear campaign that we have no money. We have no money. We have no money. We have money. The expenditure audit report proves that we have money, and they're not spending much money for maintenance to begin with. So they have money that they could at least purchase property and get something started with a parking solution. Because that's the problem with the county coastal ramps, is parking. Undoubtedly, ask anyone, it's parking. He's gone as far as to take his fear campaign to saying that if we want to continue to be able to maintain the ramps we've got, but also expand our facilities, there's no money to do that. That's in the May 9th edition of the Chronicle. Well, that's a lie. We have money. The expenditure audit report proves that we have money. The BOCC has no intentions of solving the overcrowded parking issues at the coastal ramps, Crystal River, Homosassa, even improving some of these smaller ramps, John Brown Road, Masons Creek. They have no intentions of tackling any of those issues. Their intentions are fleshed out in the CIP report of the Barge Canal boat ramp. Their intentions are to continue special interest of building this new facility. And even in the footnotes of this facility, they touch on the fees, and where it says the county will be receiving fees. It doesn't say might be or should be, it says they will be collecting fees. That, and along with an event that I attended a couple weekends ago called Citrus 2030, in the footnotes that were in it, they also talked about the boat ramp fees. I wasn't even expecting this to be brought up, but on page 2 of a packet that I was given, it says boat ramp fee to cover cost of maintenance. Well, they're showing that they already have plans of doing this, irregardless of the public input come the 24th. This is what they're going forth with. They don't care what you got to say. They just want more of your money. You're not getting a service for this fee. They may as well call it a tax because you're receiving nothing for this. You will continue to park in the woods, park on the side of the road, little to no bathroom facilities, and in some of the smaller ones like Masons Creek and John Brown Road, there's nothing there. It's unimproved ramp. You will pay for that. It might not be right at first, but you're going to pay for it. The actual resolution, which I'm going to attach, proves that this is for all county ramps. Randy Oliver clearly stated that this is a phased-in approach. This is coming your way, no matter what ramp you launch at. Do not be deceived by them not being completely transparent with their plan. This is what's happening. Unfortunately, this decision is being made by one man. That is Brian Coleman. We have a split board. Jeff Kennard is obviously for it. He's the proposal guy. Ron Kitchen has shown his attachment to this from the beginning. Scott Carnahan, Jimmy T. Smith, they've already stated they're out of this. That leaves Brian Coleman. I would implore you to pressure this man. Send an email if you can't come to the October 24th meeting on this. Please send an email or call. I'm going to attach both of these information for you. Just 3 words, no boat ramp fees.
The last discussion was a fee of $10. Why $10? That's been asked numerous times. 5's too low, 20's too high. Was there a study that was done? No, there's no study. There's not going to be a study that's done.
Could you hear the contempt in his voice and what little bit of thought and care, concern that they put into this number that they came up with? 5's too low, 20's too high. We'll hit them in the gut with 10. Yeah, they're just coming after your money. Your money. I want you to listen to how he misleads you with whether or not this is a launching fee or a parking fee. He admits it himself through just him talking that it is a launching fee twice. Listen to him. He mentions the launching fee. Then I point blank ask him if this is a parking fee or a launching fee, and listen to his answer.
As I said, as it stands right now, would be $10 a launch.
See, right there he says $10 to launch.
The public hearing on it will likely land on the first meeting in October. That's where we stand. That's the boat ramp, launch fee, user fee.
See, he mentions it again right there. And what he's doing is he's trying to throw you off from the ideal of it doesn't matter whether or not it's a user fee or a parking fee, but it matters. Because it doesn't matter where you park, you're going to have to pay the fee. That means that when the parking spots are filled up, the good ones, properly, not having to park in the woods, park on the side of the road, getting your stuff hit by somebody driving by, no service being provided. Yeah, he's just trying to throw you a fast one. Parking fee, user fee, doesn't matter. It matters, okay? Now listen to what he says whenever I ask him point blank.
That's about all the information I have for you. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Could you clarify whether or not it is a user fee or a parking fee?
That is still being discussed.
See, even though he was just admitted himself twice, when point blank asked, he wouldn't answer the question. He said that it was still up for discussion. Well, even in the Citrus County Chronicle headlines from November of last year, 2018, it said user fee. August 13th, all the way up till August 13th of this year, boat ramp fees. It says it right in the headline. He's misleading.
Now, the launch fee, naturally, if you have a launch fee, you're charging everybody that uses the ramp, regardless of where they.
He finishes that one off by letting you know that he's going to charge you no matter where you park. In the woods, up in Crystal River, side of the road, down in Homosassa, Masons Creek, whatever. We're going to charge you.
I can tell you that our county right now, the financial situation of our county is phenomenal.
You heard it yourself. Our county's doing great with tax money. You see it all around if you're driving around. Road expansion, businesses moving in, taxes are coming in. He admits it himself. The tax base is doing great. We don't need this fee, which is actually another tax because they're not supplying a service. And he's not the only one to say it. Other commissioners have been quoted as saying the county has enough money from a growing tax base. We don't need another tax.
And what we're talking about is not starting to collect a new fee for maintaining what we've got. This is to build stuff for the expansion that's coming.
See, he admits right there that this new fee is not for maintaining what we got, even though in the May edition of the Chronicle, he was quoted as saying, if we want to continue to be able to maintain the ramps we've got, but also expand our facilities and have a first-class launch facilities, there's no money to do that unless users pay. The man's misleading you in a major way. There is money, I proved it through expenditure audit report, for plenty of maintenance. They're not spending that much money for maintenance as it is. And there's still money coming into the coffers. This is a boondoggle, okay, for a brand new facility, for expansion, he says. So they're telling you right there, you're receiving nothing for this. This is an additional fee, an additional tax. I challenge people all the time to tell me something, tell me anything that you can do anymore without either asking the government's permission or paying a fee to do so. This is just another one. This is another addition to that. I implore you to email and contact the county to put a stop to this. They are continually taking away freedoms. This is another freedom that you're going to have to pay to access public waters. It's as simple as that. That's what this is, being a user access fee, and you're receiving nothing for it. These ramps have generationally had taxpayers' money already paid on it for generations and historically. Please email your county commissioner. In particular, reach out to Brian Coleman at brian.coleman@citrusbocc.com or call him at 352-341-6560 and help stop the boat ramp fees. No boat ramp fees.
Captain William Toney, and I'm a fourth generation guide based out of Homosassa. I think the ideas of charging a ramp fee in our Citrus County communities is a bad idea. For one, these ramps have been paid for. It's one of the benefits for our area to be able to get to the water unhindered and without financial strife. Other things, there's no parking in Old Homosassa. We have better options in this county for a boat ramp at the Barge Canal. Money is in place to do that. We don't need a money grab for our citizens.